So traders, everything is in a complete free fall, but I really want you to stay calm. And I'm going to share some things with you that I think is going to help you when understanding these markets, understanding what's going on right now, so you can be prepared about what's likely to come, so you don't miss out on some really amazing opportunities because of your emotions right now in the markets. All right, so I want to really walk you down the path of what is going on here now. The really big and understanding thing we need to do when looking at these markets, and I was talking about this with my inner circle members today, and one of the big things was that when we're looking at these markets, and you can see the markets go up, they go down, and they do their thing. One of the really most important things I want you to do, so you can get a really good understanding of what's happening right now, is I want you to do this, okay? Right now, we're looking at what? We're looking at charts, and there's candlesticks, and there's moving averages, and there's volume, and so on and so forth, right? There's a lot of colors through here. One of the best things that I do, because remember, we want to remove the emotion, right? The most important thing, or one of the most important things to trading is to try to remove the emotion, the fear, the greed, the FOMO, the uncertainty, all that sort of stuff, right? And just step back, say, okay, what's really going on here right now? Let's just step back a bit. So what I want you to do is this, right? I want you to do this. I want you to bring up this chart here, and I want you to see what I've done here. This is a blank chart. One of the things that causes emotion within the markets is too much on the screen. Now, if you're using a lot of different indicators to try to make decisions, it's really not good, okay? So this is what I want you to do right now. If you are looking at the stock market and you're trying to see what's going on right now, what's likely to happen, so on and so forth, bring it back to a white chart. So you see how it's just a white chart. And I want you to bring up, see how these are black bars. So they're not red and green. I'm not looking at market crashing. And then what I want you to do is, if you're looking at the markets, right, and you're looking at the markets like here, you're getting emotional about this. I want you to zoom out as much as you can. So for me, looks like I can do about 5 years worth of data to see what's going on. Now, just with that alone, right, now look what I'm looking at. Does this bar here now look like the world's coming to an end? No, it doesn't, right? Now, one of the things for you as a trader, right, is a lot of people, they zoom right in here and they're trying to read these bars really close. But remember, especially right now in the current environment, the number one thing I want you to do is try to remove your emotions as much as possible. I am in this market right now, so I understand it. So for you to help you remove your emotions as much as possible, I want you to zoom right out from here. See that through there? See how I've zoomed right out? This is what I want you to do, okay? Now, as I said before, now when I've zoomed this chart out, and this is the Dow Jones chart, obviously. Now I've zoomed right out. Does this look like anything you should be getting concerned about? Does this look like the world's coming to an end and that's it, we're in a complete free fall in the markets? We may have some more downside to come, right? But it's like, well, maybe not, right? And the thing that I look at is this. Does this movement, does this whole phase through here, does this look like anything like this here? It doesn't, right? So that's what we're looking at through there. Now, again, this is the daily charts. I want you to bring up the weekly charts now. Now I want you to bring up the weekly charts and look out, maybe the last sort of 10, 15 years. And I want you to squeeze your charts up through here. Now I want you to really step back for the last 10 years and let's get a forest from the tree point of view to see what's going on right now. Let's calm my emotions. Because you know what's going to come, right? You obviously watched this video because you saw the headline, whatever I titled this video, right? You clicked on this because you're worried about the stock market right now. And you're worried about the stock market right now because we have been selling off quite strongly, right? Today, there was a bit of a, call it a bloodbath in the markets today, right? Very strong selling. Actually, no. The stock that I did, the stock that I'm actually long right now, because I got into a stock long a week ago, and it was actually the exact bottom of that stock, and it's actually gone up ever since, is still holding strongly. So I got into the stock that I got into, and I went in heavy with some options on it, is doing quite well so far. But the whole purpose of me bringing this to you here, right, is in these current environments, and this is the purpose of having a coach here, right, guys? This is the purpose of having a coach here. Is the first thing we want to do is we want to step back so we can remove the emotions and say, okay, what's really going on? Now I bring up the last 10 years worth of data. Does this here look like there's a really big, strong selling environment now? It doesn't, right? The biggest issue is what? The biggest issue is, the biggest issue is when you start to look at charts like this here, right? And you're like, oh my goodness, it's falling off a cliff. And this is the last 1 to 2 months. What really successful investors do, they have the ability to see the forest from the trees, so they can see what's really going on, so they can prepare for what's likely to come over the next 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, and get ready for that. So when that next couple of months starts to kick into play, you could be benefiting from this, right? And this actually could be a capitulation day here, right? This could be a bit of a capitulation day. We're probably gonna have a little bit more downside to come, but let's just go back to this chart here. So as you can see now, remember, let's not think about market crash, FOMO, fear, this is it, the end, greed, all that sort of stuff. Just remove it, okay? Remove it. Let's look at the market blank. It's okay. Does this here now, looking at this chart, does this look like there's anything to be concerned about? The answer is no, right? Right? Yes, we have been selling off, but is it really a big sell-off in the big context of things? No. Now I can, But if you're zooming out the last couple of days, the last couple of months, now you're starting to see what I'm doing here? Now, why is this so important, right? Because in any market, what does the market do? Does the market go straight up and straight down? No, right? We may go through extended periods of movements, right? So we may go through up and we may go through an extended up, but what eventually happens? We do this, right? And then we go up and then we go sideways, and then that's the environment we do, right? This is what happens. This is how market, same for the downside, right? How markets work is this. Then we go from here, we go down, we rally up, right? We go down, we rally up. So because we know, as you can see, even in this bear market environment, what happened, right? We went down, we rallied up. We went down, we rallied up. We went down. Now, by the way, this is a weekly chart. This here is about 1 to 2 months. This here is strong to the upside. Same situation, about 1 to 2 months on the upside. So if we're going to create some sort of bear market, we would start to get what? We get the higher lows, and then if we come down strongly, we'll get a rally up, maybe 1 to 2 months with an upward movement, and then we'll start to see the bear market. Why is that important? Because as you know, in any single environment, even if we go back to 08, right, the 08, the big crash here, what happens even in very big financial collapse, the whole system almost came to a complete halt. What happened? Right? We had a bit of a top, we rallied down, but then guess what? We spent here, now again, this is a weekly chart. So this here was about 2 to 3 months, 2 to 3 months of upward movement. Why is that important for us right now? Because as you can see that when we do go through this extended period of downside, there's eventually comes a point where we start to see this nice rally here. So if we see firstly, we remove the emotions from the markets right now, we go back to this point through here, we squeeze it up for the last, say, again, I'm looking at the weekly chart for the last 10 years. Right now, I'm not concerned about this. Does this chart here look anything to be concerned about? Does this chart here really say to you the whole market's falling apart and that's it? No, it doesn't, right? We can remove the emotions and all the fear and greed. And the reason why we want to do that is what? We want to see what's really going on so we can make smart decisions here. And as you know, in the past, every time we've been getting these strong selling periods in the markets, it has been a beautiful time to buy. Why is this time different? It's not. This time is not different, right? This time is not different. Now, if this time is different and you say, John, but you don't understand, this is the top in the markets. Okay, what is a top in the markets? What did we say about 2008? It did what? we'd actually be rallying up, and then we rally down, and then we have a big drop to the downside, but then we rally for a month or two to create the lower high, and then we start the downward trend. Remember 08? See, up, down, right? Then what do? Even through this whole period where everyone thought, which is quite interesting, right? Even through here, we rallied down, rallied up. Weekly charts, by the way. We rallied down, rallied up, rallied down. See what I'm saying here? So we've been rallying down through here. So even if we do spend a little bit more time to the downside through here, guess what's coming? A strong rally for probably a month or more. So the reason why I'm saying this to you here is we can just, one, see how the market truly operates, and see what I'm doing here, guys. What have I got on here? Absolutely nothing, just the charts. And once you truly understand how these markets operate, they don't just go straight up, they don't just go straight down. If this is going to be the top, a top is formed by lower highs. A lower high is formed by what? The market going down and then rallying for a week or two, right? Or sorry, for a month or two. But if this is going to be the double top and that's it, the top's in, yeah, we may have a little bit more downside to come, but where are we getting very close to around this 40,000 level? What's probably going to come around this level here? Turning point, right? And then over the next 1 to 2 months, we're probably going to see something like this, up to around a 50% retracement. Then we can reassess. So one, let's step back. Let's make smart decisions. Let's remove the emotion and say, this is probably not as bad as what I'm making it out to be and what the whole media is making it out to be. Because guess what? The media is there to do this. And this is what's so important. And this is a lot of the stuff I'm talking about right now. I was doing this with my coaching clients today because I'm trying to help them stay calm. And this is what I do as a coach, by the way, when I'm with you, because I'm with you pretty much every single day. I'm with you to help you stay calm in the environment where everyone thinks the sky is falling. Look at the NASDAQ. Let's bring up the NASDAQ weekly chart once again. Bring it back to 10 years, bring back black bars, have a white background, have nothing on the screen. And let's look at what the market does. The market's going down through here. The market has been having a strong sell-off. Does this sell-off here, in the context of what's been happening for the last few years, really look like the whole thing's falling apart? No, it doesn't. We've just been going down through here. And just remember that if markets do, and this is the warning sign when it comes to gold, and I'm going to get to gold soon, but the warning sign that comes with gold is that every time we go through an extended, very big bull market for a while, right, we end up having a nice, good correction for a while. Look how much we've been going up for quite some time. So to me, this is just a nice, healthy pullback. Now, remember what I said before. Markets just don't go straight down, do they? No, market do not go straight down, right? Even back here in the 08 crash. What happened here in the 08 crash? Let's go, right? Look at this here. Look, see the drop through there? Again, this is a weekly chart. Look at all of that. That's, man, how long was that? We're talking about almost 4 months of a rally to the upside. Do you see what I'm saying here? Markets don't just go straight down. And the reason why this is so important, because the fear, the emotions and everything you're doing right now, you're getting sucked in. Let's step back. Let's bring up the charts into a way where we can scream it up for the last 10 plus years. Step back and say, you know what? Yeah, we're getting a bit of a droppy, but in the context of things, this is just a nice, healthy correction in the market here. And we may have a little bit more downside to come, but we're probably going to get a rally soon because this is what the markets do, right? The markets won't just go straight down. And when the markets do rally, then we can reassess. But what's likely to come soon? What's going to come next? If there is going to be a top through here, right, like we saw this here, then we will get what? We'll get a movement down and then we'll get a strong rally. We may have a little bit more downside to come, but get ready for rest of April and into May, a rally up to around the 50% level. Then we can reassess what this does. Is this going to be the top, or is this just going to be a continuation to the upside? Making sense, guys? So no matter what we're looking at, the NASDAQ, the S&P 500, same thing. Squeeze your charts up. Black charts, 10 plus years. Look at this chart. Squeeze it up. Make it real small. Does this here look anything now to be concerned about? The answer is no, right? Again, the number one thing we need to do is not get so entrained by market meltdown, right? And all this sort of things and complete washing and that's it, it's all over. And does this really look that bad in the context of what's happened for the last few years? No. What about this point through here? Oh my goodness, the sky's falling. What about this point through here? Oh my goodness. You see what I'm saying here, right? So the purpose of what I'm saying here is this. Every time in the last 10, 20 years, we have gotten a strong movement on a strong selling point here. It's been an amazing time to do what? To get ready for at least a rally in the markets. Again, if this is going to be the top in the markets, we will get what? The market will come down. It may have a little bit more downside to come, but then we're likely to get what? At least a 1 to 2 month strong rally up to 50%. If the 50% doesn't hold and we rally right back up to making a double top, I have a 7,000 target on the S&P. That's where I believe we're going to. So we see in the context of all this here. Now the flip side is also true. The flip side is also true. That we can learn from these markets movements that whenever we go up for quite a bit of time, for 1, potentially 2 years, up, guess what's inevitably going to happen? We've been going up for quite some time, that we're inevitably going to go through maybe one of these periods, and then we may even do something like this here. Maybe a bit more of a quieter period, right? So the reason why we're seeing this here is because then if we go to now the silver market, and look what's been happening in the silver market. Silver market today got what? Destroyed. What have I been saying about gold and silver, guys? Be careful. Be warning. We could be getting a strong selling point anytime. Gold and silver, warning. Now, gold didn't get it, but silver got smashed today. And silver retraced what's been happening for the last month. The warning signs I've been telling you about gold and silver, and even gold. Gold actually had a really strong selling point. Gold's been holding up quite strongly, but guess what's coming next out of gold? Right? The same thing. Why? Because even for the stock market, we look at the stock market, right? And we see this here. Whenever we do get these really big movements in any markets, it's a warning sign. Look what's been happening with gold. This is the gold market. Look at this move here. But John, you don't understand, this is going to keep going to 5,000. Again, look at the reality. Let's just be smart about what we're doing here. Look at the reality of these markets so we can make smart choices. Don't try and chase something that has a low probability of keep moving forward, right? And now I'm talking about people that are not in gold, or you've just got into gold in the last couple of weeks and you're a legend because you got it right and it's still going up, right? Because it's not the way to go for long term here. This is where, guys, what we saw with silver, I believe something like this is coming in gold as well too, real soon. And you guys that are long gold right now and so on and so forth. Now, these are people for trading. If you're an investor in gold, who cares about what I'm saying right now, right? But there's big, massive warning signs here. And this, once again, this is the silver market here. This is also the gold market. And as we talked about here many times, is that after a consecutive 1 to 2 years of very strong bull movement, guess what we start to get? We start to get these sort of corrections. Look what's been going on through here. This has just been, especially this last leg through here. So, for me personally, I am not touching gold for a trading opportunity. I do think gold's going to go to 10,000, but gold is likely to get absolutely destroyed. You think the stock market is bad right now? Wait till you see what's coming next out of the good old gold through here. Now, let's go look at something else I've been talking about here, and that has been oil. I've been saying oil is getting ready for a really big drop soon. I didn't expect today to happen, but I believe this is just the first sign of something big to happen. What is this? Big picture. Look at this here, guys. Something I've been really driving home, that we're getting ready for a really big drop soon out of oil. I don't know when, but look at this here. Once we start to break this level here, guys, oil is about to actually see some really big movement on the downside. You want to be worried about something going through the floor and actually having a meltdown? This is the pattern here, that if it does start to break here, it could be a waterfall on the downside, right? Not the stock market or anything like that, right? Gold, same thing. Get ready for a strong pullback in gold. Silver's just the warning sign. Gold's next, right? Stock market, very close to a bottom here. We know we're going to get at least a rally, because just look at the market, look at the facts. make smart decisions from here, okay? And then we'll just go look at Bitcoin here. The one really big thing here, the same with Bitcoin, is look at this here. Nothing to be worried about. Just keep it really, really, really simple, right? Look at this. This is just part of a nice upward trend on Bitcoin, right? Up, sideways, up, sideways. We went up. We're now getting a pullback. But look at this here, guys. Significant higher low, significant higher low. We're probably going to make a significant higher low, and then away we go again. But the hard thing about what a lot of traders do in these markets is, guess what? The hard thing about these charts here is so many people focus on 1, 2, 3 days in a row, or today in the stock market, that you're not seeing the forest from the trees. So as you can see, step back. If you're looking for good opportunities to hold, right, for a really nice move, and jump on a big move that could last a few weeks to a month and make a big profit instead of looking for small trades. Because if you are looking for just a lot of different trades, it's probably not the way to go. You're probably destroying yourself, right? Look for opportunities where you can get in, hold for a couple months, or hold for a few weeks to a month, and make a really good opportunity from there. So there we go, traders. That's what I wanted to share with you. Traders, if you liked what you've seen in this video here and you like what I'm teaching here, then you might be a good fit for my inner circle. If you are struggling right now, but you can see some of the concepts I'm talking about here right now, I go much, 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 much deeper than what I'm talking about here right now every single day with my inner circle members. If you'd like to join that group, then go to getjohnshelp.com. You can see all the details of what goes into the inner circle member. You can see my equity curve for all of 2024. You can see testimonials. And also there's a story about me, about who's this John, How's World 2. And so if you are struggling around this, guys, and this whole thing is freaking you out right now, you need someone like what I'm teaching you here right now to hold your hand through this process, so you can, one, look at what's happening right now, stay calm, because when you stay calm, you have amazing, amazing, amazing opportunities, and you're in a much more mental space to make really good decisions. And within that, you're the person that does really well this year.